Brandon. So our final guest here is Aaron Lehman from board president of Family Promise. It is a local organization that provides houses and housing for families who are in need of it in emergencies. How are you, Aaron?
Good. How are you guys? And thank you for having me.
Thanks. Thank you for coming and fighting through our tech issues. Can you tell us a little bit about Family Promise, its history, and the services that it provides?
Well, hey, G, I have a question for you. Do you know what the average age of a person that is homeless in the United States is?
I think I know the answer to this question. It is sadly low, is my understanding.
It's 9. Yeah. 9 years old. So Family Promise back in 2010, the only organization that was around was Pathways, which is with ICAP. And the Pathways shelter was doing phenomenal. A couple people have figured, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to figure out a way to get it so we can deal with homeless families as opposed to individuals. And Family Promise was started. What we do is we take family, first of all, we're a nonprofit, non-government run organization. We're interfaith. We use different churches of all denominations to help us out, to host the families. What we do is we take families that are homeless, we give them a place to stay, we teach them fiscal responsibility, teach them how to pretty much live life. A lot of people in generational poverty, which means that they have really not known anything else. People in generational poverty need to understand how to balance a checkbook. A lot of people need to save money, that type thing. That's what we teach them. Now, the interesting thing now is there are going to be some people that are in situational poverty, which means they had a house and now they're homeless. Well, a lot of people that are homeless don't know about Section 8 housing, don't know about food stamps, don't know about anything that they may need. We can help with that also. So they come into the program, they learn what they need to learn, and then after they graduate from the program, they have houses, jobs, cars. So, and there's our donate tab if you want to donate after I end up talking. So what happens when I tell people is we're taking people off of food stamps, Medicaid, that type of thing, people in generational poverty, and we're giving them, and then they have jobs, houses, and cars. So we're decreasing the expenses for the federal and state government by taking people off these programs, and we're increasing the income for the federal and state government by getting people jobs and houses and cars, so they're paying taxes. So that's in a nutshell kind of what we do. When families are staying at the day center, and we can have about 2 or 3 or maybe 4 families at the day center, they do learn. They stay at the day center sometimes when churches do not house them. And then they learn about fiscal responsibility and everything. The churches, there are 2 kinds of churches. There's a host church and a support church. The host church will host the families. It's a really inexpensive way to have a mission. And the support church will actually, make meals and everything for the host church when the families are there. So the families stay in the churches, they sleep on, blow-up mattresses, that type of thing. The churches are phenomenal, and I totally want to thank all the churches for all they do. So that helps us out. Now, when they stay at the day center, like I said, they're learning about things, and then when we actually have a transition house also that can host about 1 or 2 families. So when they are out of the program, then they can go to a transition house. We can help them learn how to do housekeeping and everything, and then they can go out of the program. And because of our program, we have an 84% success rate, and we have 3 families go from homeless to a homeowner. So as you can see, I'm pretty stoked about it.
That's so. I know there's. We've talked a lot. I think you've got a really successful program in getting folks from being homeless to having homes. Let me ask you about how you've been thinking about the pandemic. We've had a couple guests on who've talked about folks who are aren't necessarily in generational poverty, but are now facing serious financial hardship because of the shutdowns, because of lost hours, and are worried about their housing. How do you feel this is going to affect the pandemic, and these things will affect the sustainability of housings for low-income folks?
Well, based on the 2010 census data, we're the 53rd out of 67 most impoverished county. Now, one thing that I want to take a little detour, if you will, the census is a huge thing to fill out. I know it's going around now. The census is huge because our county could get more services if they have a more exact idea about who might be in poverty, who might, not be in poverty and that type of thing. So the census is really important to fill out so we can get different services into Indiana County. By the way, one thing real quick, all the money except a small affiliate fee stays in Indiana County, and we only help families that are in Indiana County. So a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. And what happens is when you don't have a paycheck, Tony said, a lot of landlords might let you, not pay rent for or whatever they want to do. But if they don't, then you're going to be homeless, and you're never going to be in that. You've never been in that situation probably. So if you're homeless now, you need to know the different, where to get things and what to do and everything else. And that's one of the things that we can do to help them. But I think that because we are, most people are living paycheck, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. It's going to be a situation that we're going to have a lot of homeless families, and we're going to need programs like Family Promise to help support them when they, when they need it.
So, have you seen an increase in folks interested in your services? Are you are you guys gearing up, looking for housing for more folks? Are you anticipating more clients?
Yeah, well, I'm definitely anticipating. We're definitely anticipating more clients, more people that we're going to have in because of the situation. One of the things I'm trying to do, because I'm thinking there's a lot of vacant houses, as you see when you see all the for rent for college houses, and there are a lot of homeless people, about 400 a night. And the reason why you don't see homeless people is because they are in churches. No, I'm sorry, not churches, tents. They're living in cars. They're living with other people. So they're couch surfing. So that's why you don't see them a whole lot. So what happens is I'm trying to figure out a way to get the vacant houses and the homeless families and combine it. So when we do have a problem, we can actually get families in the program, teach them what they need to do, stabilize the situation, get them out into a house, get another family in, do that, get them out of into a house, and hopefully we can talk to the landlords to try to make that work. So we're trying to deal with that. We also have the Family Promise store. So with food stamps, you can't buy shampoo, you can't buy soap, you can't buy toilet paper, you can't buy that laundry detergent. We have a store that you can buy all that, and as long as you qualify, you might be able to get a bottle of shampoo for 50 cents. So we're also having that situation that if somebody now doesn't have a lot of money, they their income went down, they can come to our store. And I think you have to do it, call Carol at the Family Promise Day Center, and she can schedule something with you. But we do have that ability too.
So it sounds like there's two ways that I want to ask you about how folks can help. One is if folks are in need of your services, do they go straight to your website?
Yeah, they can go to the website. They can call Carol at Family Promise at 724-464-5220. And they can go in, they can call, Carol can help them, with what they might need and that type of thing. There's our website. So you can also go to the website.
If somebody wants to donate, I'm envisioning more folks in need of housing, and Family Promise needs to raise money to arrange that housing. If somebody wants to donate, that's the best place to do it?
Yeah, the best way to do it is on the tab. Now, one of the things I tell people is, it's great to get $3,000-$4,000 from a organization, or $120, $130 from somebody. But what I'm looking at is hopefully being able to get like $20, $30, $10 a month. The reason why is because when you talk to families that are in poverty, they're always waiting for the big payday. But when you talk to them about, you need to make sure that money is coming in every month to pay your bills. That's what I'm looking at for Family Promise, is making sure that we can get money every month to pay our bills, our utilities, and that type of thing. And then that will make us sustainable. Mm-hmm. So if you want to, you can go on the donate tab on the Facebook page. There's a monthly donation there, or you can mail it into our address. And our day center is located right across the street from the Community Guidance Center. It used to be a chiropractic building.
Mm-hmm. I know exactly this. Awesome. Aaron, is there anything else that you want to let folks know, let our audience know, in terms of how you guys are responding to the COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, there are a couple things. There are a couple resources. If you've never been in poverty, if you've never, been in a situation like this, one of the biggest things you can go to is the Compass website, and that is Pennsylvania, and that's compass.pa.us. And what the Compass website does is you can put all your information in. It'll say if you qualify for Medicaid, if you qualify for food stamps, what things you qualify for because your income went down. So that's the first thing I think to do to see if you can get some assistance that way. The second thing to do is to give us a call, and we might be able to help you, figure out your situation and figure out how to. It might be the fact that you don't need all of our services, but you may need, like I said, shampoo or soap or whatever. We can help you with that. So those are the things that we're trying to do. It's kind of beyond shelter. It's beyond what we do when we house people. We also have a store down in our basement that has couches and all kinds of stuff that people can donate to and people can actually buy. And it's very inexpensive to do it. So
Awesome.
that's kind of it. And any help that anybody can do for us is great. Like any donations, like I said, $10, $20, $30 a month would be phenomenal, because
Awesome.
we really have to have our organization, Family Promise, ready for if this happens, and I think it will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's super important, the work that you do, and a lot of it's going on in Indiana County in terms of our social safety net, and in terms of making sure that we are here for this community. I have to say it's mostly inspiring doing this program over the last really, it's only been a week or so. It seems like our community really is responding to what's happening here. In terms of where folks are going to be, or where folks are going to be struggling. So I appreciate you coming on, Aaron. Thank you so much. Will you come on again and give us an update in a week or so?
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey guys, stay safe out there, okay? Be careful.
Awesome. Thank you. I think, Brandon, we're going to transition right now to some closing thoughts here. Or are we going to hear some music?
Yes, let's go to closing thoughts.
So I guess I should ask, are there any questions here from, this is, I guess, to everybody who's still here, are there any questions from Facebook?
No, there was, like you said, a comment appreciating the Borough Police's letters and some comments saying "Go Josh" for his wonderful interludes. Yeah. So any closing thoughts from any of our guests today?
One of the things I'll say is being with a nonprofit, all the nonprofits in the area really are doing some great things, and I want to have a hats off to everybody. They need help, because a lot of politicians can do a lot of stuff, but the thing is, nonprofits know what they're doing, and they usually need little money, well, a lot of money, but can do it on a shoestring budget. So all the nonprofits around the Chevy Chase Center, ICAP, us, all the different people need to make sure that they have the resources to continue to take care of this pandemic. I mean, the open door, people might start trying to do drugs. You have no idea. So the bottom line is, the nonprofits that are really helping the area really need help and resources.
I think that's right. As I'm not mistaken, I think nonprofits are also eligible for some of the small business paycheck protection relief program. Yes. So I'm not, for nonprofits, like you said, that are hurting because of the lower staff. There's some relief there from the stimulus bill.
Yeah, and we're looking into that.
And if anybody wants to donate money to the Chevy Chase Community Center, they can do so through United Way. United Way is handling all donations for Chevy Chase, and they're distributing the money. And like I said, they've been doing a fabulous job of serving the community. And like Aaron said, the nonprofits need all the help they can get, both financially and if anybody wants to donate their time. And in the case of Chevy Chase, if even food, they're willing to accept food as donation too. So anybody can help out there. And also, and don't forget about helping out the restaurants too that are offering the to take out to keep them going, so we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Where everybody's still in the tunnel, but hopefully we can start seeing a light there.
Yeah. There is an idea that somebody threw out there about the stimulus checks or stimulus money that's going to be coming. Those are going to be really essential for a lot of folks in our community, that kind of relief. I think there are other folks in the community that won't be as essential for, and I wonder if there's an opportunity to try and use some of that money that will be coming into the county, that folks may not have lost any income and yet may be eligible for this money, and maybe there's a way to help people funnel that money to, say, the United Way or some of the nonprofits or some of the social safety nets here in town. I think there's probably an opportunity for a fundraiser there, sort of steering the stimulus dollars through families that may not have lost income into families who may very well have lost income. Well, thank you much. I usually throw it back to Sybil, but her audio. Sybil, are you there?
I'm still here.
So, do you have any thoughts? What's on board for us on Thursday?
Yes, Thursday we have the people that are going to be representing the Chamber of Commerce from downtown, talking about small business loans again, because I know that's essential right now. We're going to have Kathy Munko from Aaron Intermediate. She will be talking about some of the educational services that are being offered through Aaron with the school closures. We have some other people that will be on talking about different services and human service resources that we have here in the Indiana area. And I think what a lot of people want to hear from is our emergency management, and trying to figure out and ask some questions about what's going on right now, how prepared we are. We're hearing now that we're towards a peak or nearing a peak. Do we have enough tests? All those questions that we've been getting. So I'm excited to hear from emergency management on Thursday as well.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I think leading out here, Josh, I don't know if you know this, but one of the reasons you caught my eye the other night, you were playing one of your drum sets and you had the backdrop of Indiana. So I think that's what Brandon's going to kick up for us here at the end. That's our show for today. Thank you so much. And we'll be back on Thursday at 6 p.m.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Keep up the good work.
All right, Josh.